All right, deer hunting season is here. Archery season is underway. Firearm season starts on Saturday. It's a really busy time of the year for hunters and also for those who work with them.
Yeah, that includes the people and their dogs who track wounded animals. So joining us now is Shane Simpson, the co-founder of Minnesota Tracking Dogs and the founder of the Trakr app, which also sounds really cool. Shane, thank you so much for your time. I'm really excited to talk about this. So can you start by telling us just a little bit about Minnesota Tracking Dogs, what you do and how you help hunters?
Yeah, so I'm one of the admins along with about 6 or 7 other folks or fellow trackers. A lot of us just basically volunteer our time, to help deer hunters recover and bear hunters recover their down game when they lose the blood trail, maybe rain, etc. But that's basically the gist of it.
And so tell us about the dogs. Where do they come from? Are they privately owned? How do you train them?
So, yeah, we own our dogs. A lot of them are pets, house pets or whatever, and we just use them for multiple things. Some folks use them for other types of hunting, but also scent trailing wounded game. The training process is pretty long. You start off with maybe some beef liver or something and drag it through the yard and start with the basics, and then you progress from there, aging the tracks longer, adding difficulties to the track, turns, etc. Aging the track 12 hours or longer. It's a whole process. It takes sometimes years, but to get them to where they can really track.
Wow. Then once they are trained up, how long does it necessarily take them to be able to track this?
I started with my dog in the first year. Some people start their dogs within months after training them, while they're still in the training process. And tracking deer and wounded bear for the public is also part of the training process, putting them on real world situations. And then the hunters contact us, and we go out there. We determine a wait time when it's best to track. There is a certain amount of time we have after the shot until the scent trail dissipates to where it's not feasible or not where the dog's not able to trail the animal anymore, and that's usually at least 36 hours or longer. You get into that 72-hour period, then it starts getting really tough.
Yeah, I want to ask you more about that, the process when the dogs are out there. What do they need to be able to start tracking and to stay tracking?
So just like when people mention like a dog can sense when you're afraid of them, your body's dumping odors, dogs can pick up on deer that are wounded. It's just like a coyote or a wolf that fall in a pack of animals that can pick up the scent of a wounded or sick animal. The dogs detect that as well. So we take them to where the hit site is. They'll sniff around. They automatically, because of their training, pick up on it, and they'll follow that one deer. They won't follow other deer that are healthy. And a lot of times, we can find that deer within minutes, where a hunter may spend hours and hours looking for that deer.
So it's not just blood. I mean, there's other ways. It's incredible.
Yeah, yes, the blood really plays a small role in it. That's just for us to confirm that we're on the trail, but the dogs don't need that at all. They're detecting that wounded odor.
Shane, you kind of hinted to it there, the conversations that you guys have with hunters and how long it could possibly take them. So you created the Trakr app. Can you tell us a little bit about how this works?
Yeah, so basically, because I'm an admin, there's with the Minnesota Tracking Dogs, there was no really efficient way to get hunters in touch with all our trackers. And so with this, basically, you just go into the app, create a profile, and you'll submit a request when you need a tracker, and they'll ask you some questions. You hit submit, and it sends out notifications to all our trackers in the area. And if we're available, then we'll respond. And if multiple trackers respond, the hunter can look at the profiles of each tracker, look at their rates, look at their experience, their ratings and reviews. So it puts it into the hunter's hand to pick the right tracker, where the old way was you call down a list, and the first tracker that answers, that's who you're stuck with a lot of times. And sometimes it's not, friendly for your budget, whoever you end up with.
Okay, so Shane, Minnesota Tracking Dogs, and you don't sound like you're from these parts. I have to ask you about how you ended up doing this and ended up here.
Yeah, so my girlfriend's from Minnesota. I'm from South Carolina, and I ended up here 17 years ago. So
do you like hunting
still have a little bit of an
up here? How about up here? How's hunting up here?
Hunting's great. That's the only reason keeping me here, because the winter.
Yeah, because I'm sure the weather's not, Shane.
That's not
just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't like the winters. Let's put it that way.
How busy are you guys right now? We talked about the seasons.
Right now, as we're getting into the rut where the bucks are breeding the does right now, the requests are just swamping us. We don't have but 30 to 50 trackers, and most of them are volunteers. I have a full-time job. Most of them have full-time jobs, and we do this in our spare time. And so there's going to be a lot more requests coming in than we can handle. So a lot of hunters are going to be left without a tracker. So my advice to them is, as soon as you have an issue or suspect you have an issue tracking your game, get a tracker on it or start contacting them
right away. Okay.
Good tips.
All right, Shane.
Interesting.
All right, Minnesota Tracking Dogs, founder of the Trakr app. Thanks, Shane.
Yep, thank you.
All right, take care.